Northern Ireland really fit in with crack dens in Rio and sex trafficking in India and all the other things that you tackle?
The series is called Extreme World, and that's a large umbrella. It can be an extreme thought process, it can be an extreme view, it can be extreme action, only for just a second. So, I think it's really important if we're going to go around the world looking at other countries' problems that we sometimes look at issues that are close to home, and that's why we always make sure there's one episode that's based in the UK.
And do you get any say in where you're going to go?
Yeah, I mean, I do, yeah, because it's my company. Well,
okay.
So I've got no one else to blame apart from myself.
Well, how do you choose then? How do you choose?
Well, mainly it's because I've got a brilliant team of researchers that go out, and we'll probably start off with like 15 different countries or issues or topics at the beginning, and we'll look at those and then we'll narrow it down, and obviously then I go to Sky and they look at the issues we want to tackle or the places we want to go to. And to be honest, my commissioning editor Celia has wanted us to make a film in Northern Ireland for a very long time, and I was always slightly hesitant about doing it because I think it's a very difficult subject to cover in such a short period of time. But the main thing that we pride ourselves on is the fact that we're not judgmental and we don't push a certain agenda. We hopefully make very balanced films that inform people about what's going on.
But when you go somewhere like Northern Ireland, obviously making a television programme that's on a channel like Sky, you've got to deliver an audience and it's got to be entertaining or watchable in a way that a public service broadcast like the BBC wouldn't want you to be. All I'm asking is how do you think you're making a balanced programme and not going for what looks good on camera and not going...
Well, we don't use CGI, none of it's made up, it's all real people, and we really made a conscious effort not to really involve that many politicians and just get people on the ground. So you saw those two taxi drivers, one's Catholic, one's Protestant, and they were talking about the peace walls, for instance. There are more peace walls now since the Good Friday Agreement than there were before, but they're there at the will of the people. People still want them there.
It's an ironic title, though, isn't it? A peace wall.
Well, that's what he says, though, but they're there to keep the peace.
Yeah.
They're not there to keep people in, they're to keep people out. Yeah. And, at the will of the people. So when the people decide they don't want them anymore, God willing, they'll come down.